Just got through watching Black Lightning. As I was trying to say previously in the beginning of this video, I don't really hate the show yet. I'm on my way. I'm trying not to hate the show. I want it to be good, but I don't know. There's a lot of open room for criticism here. The guy has no helmet and he's dealing with people with guns and no type of force field or shielding that I can see. It's just that nobody's taking time to just point a gun at his head and shoot. It's like, I honestly like what criminal's not just seeing that? Like, I'm just gonna shoot him in his head and call it a day. But my compatriots here, I'm gonna have them add their parts to this.
I mean, I agree with you.
You do?
Yeah, I'm along with the helmet thing.
Yes.
Yeah. He needs a helmet. Like, without a helmet, it takes away from the mysteriousness. And plus, when the cop in the last episode heard his voice when he was beating up Lala, you knew that cop knew who he was.
But it's also the fact, even though the cop heard his voice, he looked at his face, and I think he recognized who he was, because the guy had a voice disguiser, and he just looked at his face and was like, "That's like my boy with shades on."
Exactly, with a beard.
It's like he's the same beard that he always has.
Same cut.
It's not changed anything.
They need to change that.
I just don't.
He needs a mask. He needs a mask like Black Panther, but different. You know, like they could have kept his eyes, but they could have did like, you know how like if you know the comic book character what's his name, Iron Fist.
Yes.
Okay, Iron Fist got the mask in the real comic book. You know the mask comes around here, but like that, just leave this part open.
Iron Fist doesn't have costume.
No, I'm saying, but the real Iron Fist, not that bull crap that they put on freaking
Netflix.
Oh, I hate that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
garbage. But anyway, at least put a ninja mask like over the bottom, but it could be like solid. So like, what's that guy with the half? Not Deadshot.
Deathstroke.
What Deathstroke? Do something like Deathstroke, like cover this part right here with the nose, like a ninja mask, and then you could have the goggles here and had the hair out right there. You still couldn't see the beard and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They should have gave him like a mask or like a helmet. Or
they
something.
Just shouldn't like. I think this whole character just shouldn't. It's just like. His character's kind of boring. It's just the fact that he has superpowers, but there's no actual good characteristic about him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, he's just a regular guy. Like, there's no.
Well,
there's no like you know how so Batman's all depressed. Spider-Man has like that wittiness. So does a few other characters, and like, this dude is just like, he's just a principal with powers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think they should do Static Shock, because it'll be actual.
Then he gets injured. Like, he has no healing abilities.
Static Shock.
He was like, oh, he got grazed by the bullet. He was like, oh, and this girl was trying to open his shirt up, and he was trying like, nah, I'm okay. Like, he didn't want her to look. But then he takes the shirt open, you see the bullet that grazed him. Like, come on, man, you're fighting against dudes with bullets. Bullets, I don't care, man. He, like you say, he gets shot in the head, it's over.
And Static Shock actually has, I think he has a healing ability.
Well, he actually can produce feels.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And he usually will take a lid and deflect stuff.
Now, what would be badass if all the electrical lighting stuff he shoots out his hands, if he could just make a lightning force field that like knock when people shoot bullets, like, and then the bullets reflect off the lightning force.
And another thing is that people aren't reacting to electricity how they should in real life.
Yes.
Like, they're getting freaking tased and there should be like.
And they're standing and looking at him.
Like they're just getting hit with electricity and hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Which in real life they wouldn't exactly. They'd probably fly, but they'd be a lot more injured.
Well, they'd probably be knocked out, or their heart would stop.
Yeah.
Because it would stop your heart if it's getting hit with enough power.
What do you call it? Punisher and Daredevil. I think they're rated more like to be an adult type of thing, because it's like a lot more violence. They should do the same thing with this, because it would actually make sense to put more, what you call it,
graphic violence. But that's Netflix. Netflix can do anything they want. On regular TV like Fox, they got a PG, and they don't want to go too far over.
They should just put it on the Netflix thing then.
Yeah, but the problem with Netflix, they would destroy the character.
What?
Even in the little bit of the character that was there would be destroyed.
I
He'd be
just don't
walking
think
around
this
like a
character-
dungaree suit and
I just
pants with like sprayed on lightning bolts.
I just
and
don't think this character is
call it a
worth
day.
being a show.
Yeah.
I think if they did I think Static
That's
Shock.
good enough to be a show.
I just think that Static
I
Shock
agree
Static
with
Shock would
him.
be way better.
No,
I
think it's
agree
good
with
enough to do a
him.
show,
Okay, like
though.
I mean anything you could just because they're just messing around with like it's Black Lightning, but it's just like
I agree with him on that because I look at it as like, hey, Static Shock should have been
yeah.
the show that should have been on the air that we should be watching on Fox right now. Because Black Lightning, to me, should have been his mentor in the show. Black Lightning should be Static Shock's mentor, and Static Shock should have been a student in his school developing his powers. And Black Lightning could have been his support man, his backup when things got rough. Or it could have been helping train him to use his electrical abilities as a support thing or as a mentor. And Static Shock should have been taking the lead. And you would have had two characters in a show, and it would have been a DC based show, and would have highlighted two black characters that were, well, Static Shock was a little more well known. Black Lightning was a little less known, but would have brought him into the forerunner. Then you could have possibly, if the character became popular, then shot with a Black Lightning after. But Static Shock should have been the lead because in the 90s, everybody knew from the cartoon show and even the early 2000s with Justice League and other times, throughout Young Justice, when Static Shock is in Young Justice, that they're introducing him still. Yeah, and it would actually it would cross different varieties. It would sort of like catch the teenage crowd at the same time, a little bit of the adult comic book fan guys that like an older role model in there too.
oh shoot, sorry I changed like the complete topic, but did you guys hear about the boycotting of the Black Panther movie?
Oh damn.
Why?
Because they found out that Michael B. Jordan was dating a white girl, and I guess black girls are boycotting the movie because of that.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
That is.
Come on,
It's the
man.
most hypocritical thing you could do.
That's stupid.
Like,
Yeah, that's like
I don't see the-
that's
That's stupid.
basically enforcing racism.
Yeah.
exactly.
Get the
That's
hell
like-
out
It's
of
like
here.
if you want like
That's his personal life. It's a fucking movie.
Exactly.
It's a movie, man. That's his personal life. Like everybody in the world got the right to date or be who they want to be. It won't care what color they are. You know what the hell? You
This-
talk to a Chinese girl, you talk to an Asian girl or whatever, or Indian girl. That's up to you. That's
like
what
it's
you
just
like.
as racist
Yeah, I
as
can't
Yes.
say
like you're not
Get
making
that
anything
out of
any
here,
better.
man. Get
No.
that out of here. The movie looks like it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that
All right.
shit.
On that note, I'm closing this session out because, I'm just gonna close this out.